exhaustion keeps running out. I'm trying to finish, but I need to stay balanced. And I know it's because I need to stay I need to stay balanced. June 19th. June 19th. I haven't had a dream like this in a while. Where I wake up and it's still very. It wasn't as. I didn't sleep with music on. I don't think so. Again, I was supposed to take a nap. But I think my body's just like, hey, pace yourself, pace yourself. So in this dream, I'm with my family. And it's almost like we're, you go to a resort and stuff and it's those homes. Well, not really. It's like we rented rooms. We rented rooms in this, I guess it's a resort, but it's like you rent like a hotel. The only difference is that in this hotel, the gosh, I must have been really tired. Oh no, I went to bed like at midnight. So it's 8. Okay, that was later. In this hotel, so I'm seeing family members. I'm seeing like my sister-in-law and the kids. I'm seeing my brother, my cousin, her family. So it's one of these places that you share restrooms. You share, like there's a common shower, kind of like a gym, right? If you ever had gym membership, there's like showers that you can use and restroom stalls. The thing that stands out for me my ex was there too. Oh, there's more. There's more scenes. Okay, let me finish this scene. Go into the restroom, and I see that, sometimes when you wash your clothes and you hang them out dry, that's what happens. So it looked like it was my brother's or my ex's clothes that were put to dry in the stalls, I guess. But there's cobwebs, like there's like, like when you leave something out, like in a garage, when you leave something out and then it starts building like little cobwebs in between, and it's very light, and then it catches like dirt and stuff. It looked like that, like the clothing that was hanging or like laying out had all these little cobwebs. And it looked like little spiders and like stuff that it had, but it was like a lot of shirts. And I remember I'm like, oh snap, but there was almost this feeling like I knew that they had just been put out. So I was confused because I'm like, they just hung their clothing and now it has a bunch of cobwebs. Like, what does that mean? So I go and I tell them, I'm like, hey, did you guys hang clothes? Your clothes is getting cobwebs. So they go and they're trying to get the clothes. In that same restroom scene, there's animals. There's the cobweb, and I thought it was spiders, but they're frogs on the spider web things. And I'm weary of it. I'm like, oh, that doesn't seem right. I don't want to get into that space. And I'm telling other people, don't get into that space because it doesn't seem right. Something's going to happen. And I'm warning people. Some people listen, some people don't. So then these spiders turn into frogs. And you know how there's some frogs that become really bright and colorful, and you know that they're poisonous. They're poisonous because of the bright colors. And so these spiders turned into frogs, and the frogs became colorful the moment that anybody approached them. And I was still trying to warn them, like, don't get near them, don't get near them. And then the frogs turned into the little, they started getting warts on the back of the frog. When people got close, the warts turned red, and then they pop out. And so it's popping out stuff onto the restroom, the floor. And then people are like, whoa, whoa, like, and I'm like, get back. No one's listening to me. And it's acid. It's acid because it starts burning the floor. It starts burning the floor. I thought that was so trippy. I don't know what that means. I don't watch TV. I mean, you would think, again, it just, I don't watch TV. I don't know where that's coming from. So there's that scene. Around, I don't know if it's a scene, I think it's a scene before. Because I feel like that's the last scene that I just remember. One of the scenes before, I'm working in this office. But it's like I'm renting out the office. It's not really like I'm a part of anybody, but I am at the same time. And there's this other person. Something legal. Like a court, something. And I'm trying to find out, like, what's happening, like, why. I don't know if someone's, like, raising something false against me, or they're just doing an investigation. There was almost this feeling like I was worried, but not really. But it was interesting because it was like I couldn't figure out how I was connected. There was this feeling of like, these are strangers to me. How am I connected to them? And why are they asking questions about me? There was that feeling. I'm like, why are they asking questions about me? And then me wondering, am I really involved or am I not involved? And then the friend of this person, like it was her mom, her, and then the friend. And the friend was like trying to let me know, like the friend was trying to give me information. I'm like, am I supposed to be even talking to you? and there was a part of me, I'm like, I don't know what's happening. Like there was this almost feeling like I don't know why they're asking questions, but somehow I'm involved. And I'm just trying to do my thing. Like I'm just trying to mind my business. It's interesting. I hadn't had a dream like that where there's like scenes in a while. So I don't know where that's coming from. But anyways, I'm still tripped out because so I didn't realize how close my video on abortion was. Like I didn't realize the timing. But again, because I didn't plan it ahead of time. Like it's just whatever video falls on whatever date is how it unfolds. So I mentioned that I had before was tripped out when I was starting to prepare the videos, and that dream in December of abortions and someone trying to hide an abortion because they were afraid was in December. That alone just tripped me out because I'm like, what the hell? And this was before I found out that there were the whole Roe versus Wade was going to be overturned. I didn't find that out until April. I mean, all of us in my class, like, we were in the middle of class, or we're going to start class, and then it ended because people were starting to protest right away. So I'm just like, it's not possible. It's not possible. So anyways, so yesterday, I was late in posting, and because I hadn't put the videos together, like I had screened them, so I had the name, so I knew it was coming. I just didn't know how close because I did like 3 chapters of screening, so I have all this information in my head of like the storyline of where it's gonna, what's coming up next to post, and so it turns out the first video is posting today. No, the first video posted yesterday, which was on my dad, which again tripped me out because I was just like, oh my gosh, today's Father's Day. And the video that I talk about my dad and just knowing, it was a overcoming intergenerational trauma, that posted yesterday. The video that posted today is the one where I'm talking about the dream. I'm talking about the dream and about where there's an abortion scene in the center of the scenes. The video that's posting tomorrow, I titled it Overcoming Negative Views on Abortion, as a way to demonstrate like, hey, not that I ever had any negative views because I was always pro-choice, but for those who struggle and have, maybe I should title negative emotions, because it was I'm focusing more, I think that's, well, no, because I'm also clarifying how we can view abortion and how it can create this internal conflict for those of us that want an abortion, but then our faith might, for those that are still struggling to break through, I think is where the intention behind that video came from, because of the girl in the scene. The girl, she had an abortion, but she was afraid. I could feel her fear and shame. I think, no, it's shame, because that's what a lot of like religion, like they shame you, like, oh, you're ending life, da, 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 so it's like, no, you can't kill life. You just can't, because energy is life. Life is energy, and you can't destroy energy. It'll transmute. It'll shift, but you can't kill it. So how can you kill something that is always there? You know. So that video is scheduled to post tomorrow. I found out yesterday that tomorrow is when we are anticipating a decision on it. And I guess a possible decision on abortions. I was like, what? I didn't expect it to fall on the same day. And I don't have a lot of friends that really follow my story. I really don't. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, who do I tell this to? So I reached out to my cousin, because my cousin's the only one that really knows. I reached out to, see, when I try to reach out to my sister, I told my sister when I first came across that video, and I posted a few videos ago from now, if you're watching this. My sister, they're just entertaining me. I could tell. She has a lot of other stuff on her mind. Dang it, I can't use my sister's name. My loved one. My loved one doesn't believe me. Not that she doesn't believe me. She's just humoring me is what I'm feeling. And then my mom was listening in the background, and she's like giving me her 2 cents, but she's like, okay, wait, like kind of almost humoring me, but then trying to put in her 2 cents about like, oh, you can't be too, like not dismissive, but like I know where it's coming from. And she doesn't believe it, right? And then she mentioned Nostradamus or something like that, and I was like, I'm reporting on my dream. That's all I'm sharing. And it's funny. But at the same time, it's like, it makes me not want to tell them stuff, right? I mean, so my cousin and my B, because my B, I think, is starting to believe me a little more now. Even though she doesn't follow all my dreams, but I keep her up to date with my personal stories. So, I don't know if that means anything. I don't know. All I know is that I had a dream in December, and it just so happens to be posting sin querer queriendo, right? Without wanting it to. This is just how it's falling into place. I have stuff to do. That's all. Just wanted to record that dream. There's more to the dream too. There's more. I can't. It's not sticking really hard because I haven't gone to bed with the intention to remember my dreams, nor with music to sit. To meditation music makes it more pronounced. That's all. Hi, my name is Yubi, and in case you haven't figured it out, this footage is capturing my experience as I learn to navigate my personal spiritual awakening. I am learning that this experience is unique to each one of us, in whatever way we believe we are embracing living our truth. This just happens to be my journey. And despite me having a graduate degree and a license in clinical social work, this by no means is intended to replace any type of mental health advice. This is just me on a personal level, documenting my experience, shedding light on the truth that I am learning and discovering for myself, and really inviting you along for the ride. If by some magical chance you find this content to be helpful in any way, shape, or form, please click the like button, share the message, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have an Instagram account, a personal one, and one specifically for this channel that you're more than welcome to check out. I'm an open book. I have also created t-shirt designs. I'm wearing my favorite one right now, which is the North Node design, but I have that and other things that you can look at inspired by this process and journey, and I have the link in the description box as well as in the about section of my YouTube channel. So you're more than welcome to check those items out. Any type of support is, great. Again, if you find this content really helpful or meaningful, sometimes when we take that step and be vulnerable, with showing what's inside our hearts and what's really our truth, we realize that we're much more connected than what we thought we were. And so I hope that as I'm living this experience, and that you find some type of truth for yourself, or find some type of ability to heal in some way just by relating, just by knowing that you're not alone. That really has been my goal with this process, not just being able to connect with others, but really for my own healing. It's definitely been a therapeutic experience and a very creative one for myself. So I thank you, and I wish you all the best, and we'll see what else comes next for me.